Well, I think there's a number of ways in which we're impacted on emergency scenes where we're dealing with portions of our population that speak English on a limited basis. Certainly it takes a lot longer to understand the dynamics of what's happened, what caused the emergency, what were the events that led up to them calling emergency responders, whether that be medical history, events within a house prior to a fire, or events and circumstances surrounding an automobile accident. We responded to about 6,200 calls last year and are currently on track to respond to about 7,400 this year. We have one of the most diverse communities in the state, with 47% being non-white, many of them foreign-born. And so I would estimate somewhere between 35 and 40% of the folks that we're interacting with speak English on a limited basis. Yeah, we certainly have. We have a large apartment complexes here in the city. We also offer a number of different affordable housing alternatives, and as a result, I think that due to the nature and the culture of our community, we tend to embrace some of the minorities, I think more so than other communities in our area, and as a result, cultural differences, social economical conditions, and other factors have caused an increase in our call volume amongst this community. I think for us the issue is not only the instant access, but having something other than a cell phone that has to be passed back and forth or try to work with mediocrity with regard to the technology. So having a dispatch center tie us into a commercially available service or some other language service is about the only service that's available to us today. Well, that's challenging for us. If it's a family member, we are dealing with not only the emotions of the situation, but that person's ability to actually help us through those emotions. If it's a direct family member, they are entangled emotionally in that event, and they may not be able to fully describe to us what's going on. If we have a scene out on the street, an event involving an automobile accident or a larger scale event or one that involves a crime, I'm concerned that we're getting the whole story, getting the complete story, and not a filtered version of that story. Well, I think it's important from the standpoint of us being able to provide a higher level of service, because although we have some technical skills, we're really in the service business. And in order to provide that service, we have to meet people where they're at, and that includes their language. And having something that would allow us to communicate with them more efficiently, more quickly, and more accurately is very important to me. We get delayed in terms of being able to piece together the events that led up to the emergency. We have limited understanding of medical history that may have contributed to the medical event. We have the potential that due to language barriers, we may not come to understand soon enough that there are still victims trapped in a building. Well, we certainly need a device like that in the field. And what I like about the device, from what I've seen thus far, is the packaging. I like the ability that it can operate in kind of a hands-free, so we're able to continue to do the task that we've been assigned to do. I like the idea that it allows us to be very focused on the individual we're talking to, the ability to cut out some of the background noise, have a live interpreter that is a third-party disinterested that's giving us exactly word for word what our customer is telling us.
Please take a brief moment to complete the survey to help us better understand your needs for interpreting services in your industry, so we may better be able to design the best possible solutions.